What you see behind me is a raspberry oranges sorbet in the keto version, so without added sugar. And I did it in a few seconds. Let me show you. So first we're gonna balance oranges sorbet, and the second one will be oranges keto version, so without added sugar. Let's start with the app. It's myGelato.eu, so that's an app for balancing ingredients for gelato, for production, for labeling and so on. So we start with new recipe. I'll show you right now the easiest version to do, because we do it in about 1 minute. We're gonna make sorbet. Then it's going to be -13 or 8.6 Fahrenheit, dependable on what country you live in. And we're going to add default ingredients. So that's the fastest version that you can design any kind of ice cream. Right now we have some ingredients, some sugar, dextrose, inulin, guar gum, and water. We need some flavoring ingredients, so it's going to be oranges. Right now I have 19 to almost 20% of oranges, and now I can make a decision. How much of oranges do I want to have in my ice cream? So when I click here, I can make a decision. I'm gonna have 51% of oranges. My recipe is like 100, 100, 100, doesn't matter, we don't care. And all we need to do is to click auto. After a few seconds, we have 60 seconds, but it's gonna be really, really fast. After a few seconds, all ingredients on the left side will be adjusted, so they will create a really good gelato recipe, of course without the dairy products. So as you can see, it's ready. So let's analyze what do we have here. So our ice cream in -13 will be scoopable. Then the sweetening power is 1996, so it's almost 20. It means that it's gonna be just accurate. So we're gonna reproduce the flavor of oranges. Then the end pack, so unfrozen water is just as it should be. Ice fraction, so information about the solids is just about as it should be. And the solids is 29, so our ice cream will be scoopable and creamy because we have enough of solids. We have here the inulin from chicory. If you don't have something like that, you should have the access to maltodextrin, 10-12 DE or 20-22 DE, it doesn't matter. You can use it instead. It has the higher glycemic index. So now we're gonna create everything from scratch, and I'll show you how easy it is, and we're gonna make it a little bit more difficult because we're gonna add raspberries. Raspberries. Once again, sorbet -13. We don't add any default ingredients. We start just totally from scratch. So right now I add some new ingredients. So it's gonna be oranges. 100 grams, why not? I don't know how much should I add, so it doesn't matter. To make it easier for you, you don't have to think about the amount what I have. I just blurred it. So right now we're gonna analyze what do we have. On the right side, my ice cream, because oranges, from now on, oranges is as an ice cream mix, because it's a mix of water, of sugars, of fibers and so on. So right now we're gonna analyze this mix. So scoopability -13 is gonna be really hard. We know that because when you froze that juice, it's gonna be just like a block of ice. Then sweetening power is 9.92. It's not enough, so we need to add some sugar. Then other parameters we're gonna analyze in just a moment. Right now we need more sugar, so we add some sugar. And look at that, 100 grams, I don't know, I don't watch. Right now we analyze what's gonna happen now. So my sugar, that's the second position here, happened that my ice cream is too sweet. So it's definitely too sweet. We're gonna decrease it. So when I click on minus, I click here on minus, so everything is changing, everything changes, and the amount of sugar in my recipe decreases. I don't know how much of it is it here, but I care only about the sliders. So right now it's minus, minus, and that's it. Okay, so my ice cream has right now 16.7 sweetening power, but scoopability is -13 says that our ice cream will be too hard. What should we do? We're gonna use second sugar, and it's dextrose or glucose, dependable on where you live. So we add dextrose, 100 grams. I don't care how much it's gonna be, because right now I'm gonna adjust it just as it should be. So from now on, I care only about the scoopability. So I watch only the scoopability. I don't care anymore for sweetening power because I know it's okay. When I click a few times, as you can see, the sweetening power decreases because I'm decreasing the amount of dextrose, and it's better and better, and it's done. But something happened here. So my ice fraction says that I have not enough amount of solids. Solids says, no, we're fine. But the ice fraction knows better. You know, you have to remember that. So that's why we need to add some solids. What should we add? Inulin from chicory, as I said, or maltodextrin. Doesn't matter which version. So we're going to add inulin. Let's assume you have the access to inulin. It's very healthy. It has very low glycemic index. So it's really, really good. Then, I don't know, 10 grams. Let's see. Is it enough? Should be fine. Right now total solids are too high, yeah, so I just decrease it. Let's see how much I can decrease it more. Yeah, that's it. So as you can see, my ice cream recipe is ready. All I need to add is some stabilizer, and there will be no creating ice crystals. So right now I'm gonna add tarragon. You can use tarragon, you can use CMC, you can use anything, you can use neutral, it doesn't matter what you work with, or you can use even base. We have all in our system. I'm gonna add it 1 gram. It doesn't matter, I said, what you're working with, because here we have special magic wand, and right now we know in the app how much water do we have, and thanks to that we know how to automatically adjust your stabilizer. So it's so easy. As you can see, my recipe is ready. But I said we're gonna do a raspberry sorbet. So right now I'm gonna show you how much of the ingredients do we have. We have 79% of oranges. I don't want to have that much oranges. So I'm gonna decrease it to 41%. Right now I'm gonna add even, for example, raspberries, and we're gonna block from here. So block the percentage share. So we'll block our raspberries to 10%. We have right now a mix of 2 fruits, and as you can see, oranges and raspberries. I decreased the amount of oranges and added some raspberries, but my oranges was 79, now it's 41. So it means that I've taken some water from my recipe. So what I should add right now? Of course, water. So, because mostly what's in the juice is the water. So we add some water, it's gonna be 100 grams. I don't know how much it should be. Right now my ice cream is too hard, so I'm gonna decrease the amount of water and watch what's gonna happen. So click a few times here, and more, let's see, and more. And we're done. So as you can see, it's very easy, it's super easy, and right now what I need to do is to adjust tarragon once again. Click here and it's done. So you don't have to care anymore about the stabilizer, because we can adjust it perfectly just to the amount of water that we have in our recipe. But now let's gonna create the keto version. So without added sugar. No added sugar means that our sugar and dextrose is going out. Raspberries and oranges have very low glycemic index, so it's very safe for diabetes. And inulin from chicory is always better than the maltodextrin because it has very low glycemic index. So we imported xylitol and we're gonna add it 100 grams. I don't know how much should we have it, so I'm gonna decrease it. There's too much of xylitol in my ice cream. When I decrease it, I can see right now everything should be fine, but the ice fraction is too low, so I need to add more inulin from chicory. Look what's gonna happen. I'm increasing it, and after a few clicks, it's done. So that's how fast you can create your ice cream recipes. So now the most important question is, so if we have ready recipe and we know that it's safe and it's very, very well balanced, so how do we produce it? So we go to production, we choose how much we want to produce, and we start the production. So now you can make a screenshot of that recipe, and it's very easy to do. So remember that inulin from chicory loves the hot process. So what does it mean? That you should put it with tarragon and xylitol in one jar, then you're gonna mix it, then you add some hot water about 80 degrees, and then you blend it and leave it for chill for half an hour, let's say. After half an hour you can add oranges and raspberries to it, blend it once again, leave it for 15-20 minutes up to half an hour, and then you're safe. If you won't do it the correct way, your ice cream will be hard. So remember to mix it on the hot process, and then you can add a never mix inulin in the cold process.